Hello, people of the interwebs. I am Wallace A. Biffed One Hovel the Fourth, and you're watching Behind the Webcam. Today we have a guest. Another guest of brilliance and eminence. Another guest who will bring us knowledge and feed our dreams. This guest is a lovely guest. Please help me in welcoming this guest. Please help me in welcoming the FanFic Critic!
Hello, I am Megan Wessels, aka the FanFic Critic.
Thank you, Megan Wessels, aka the FanFic Critic, for joining us on today's show. Thank you for being here and participating in this program. Yes. Let us go into the interview, since it is an interview program. Yes, well, of course, naturally, we interview people here, we ask questions, and I should ask you a question. So let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this one that will begin to delve into the psyche and the brilliance of your video making. Tell me, what inspired you to review fanfics?
Well, I read this fanfic that really angered me. At the time, I was a huge Sweeney Todd fan. I still am, but not as over-the-top as I was back then. And I really like the character Mrs. Lovett. The fanfic was a horrible, horrible fanfic. It pretty much had the character of Mrs. Lovett go through some really nasty torture from Sweeney Todd, and the fanfic just pissed me off so much that I recorded myself reading it and criticizing it. And I kind of stuck after that.
A defamation. A defamation of an art form you enjoy. One that cannot go unpunished. One that must be articulated upon. One that must be explained. No. It is truly an inspiring story. One that formulated in so much more, which created that which you are, which is what we all enjoy. No, it is a beautiful thing. It puts together so nicely. We must move on, though. I must ask the next question. So tell me, FanFic Critic, tell me this. What do you enjoy most about your video making?
Well, I enjoy entertaining people with my videos, and I also enjoy telling a story. I mean, not everyone knows this, but my show does have like a storyline stuff, and I like doing the storyline. It's a lot of fun. And editing the video can be fun too. It just depends on which editing software you're using. If there's one that's a big pain in the butt, it's not as fun. But the one I have recently is actually pretty good, so I've been feeling a lot better about editing videos. I mean, overall, it is a fun and rewarding experience.
You seem to enjoy all aspects of the video making process. It is a inspiring story. It is beautiful that the connection between the audience and yourself makes it all possible. That the entertainment is what you allude to. Yes, it is brilliant, just brilliant. And I can see the relationship forming and making your videos possible and giving us all so much. Yes, it is as I said before, you know, yes, it's sort of my thing. At any rate, FanFic Critic, we must move on. We must push forward into the questions that will tear off meat for the audience to chew upon, to grasp your process. So tell me, FanFic Critic, tell me, do you prefer fanfics with awful grammar or those that have those bizarre sexual situations?
I think I would prefer the fanfic with the frightening sexual experiences, although those really piss me off too, especially when it involves children, sorry. But, it just annoys me when there's fanfics that are horrible in spelling and grammar. I can appreciate a story, even if it has horrible sexual experiences, if it's written well. Even if I don't agree with it morally, I can still respect it more than some really badly thrown together fanfic that has typos up the wazoo.
Up the wazoo, you say? Well, that makes perfect sense. No. Atrocious grammar making stories unreadable. It's appalling. It's really frustrating and, doesn't make the story any better, naturally. It's just hard to read. But the sexual situations, they're proper gentlemen such as myself should not be even thinking about such things. It's awful, awful things. Disgusting perverts. You know who you are out there. You better stop it right now. That's coming from me. I'm helping you out there, FanFic Critic, by putting a stop to all these shenanigans. But thank you for your answer. No, it gives us so much insight into your artistic process. But we have one last question to fully meet out the artistic process. So tell me this. Are you more inspired by fluffy clouds, balsa wood, or rubber ducks?
Well, it depends on the fanfic. Like, if it's a fanfic like the Yellow Cheeses fanfic, which was a SpongeBob one, yeah, I find those things a lot more inspiring. But there are some fanfics that are pretty good and pretty inspiring and have encouraged me to possibly start writing fanfics myself again, but I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Being inspired. Being inspired is a key, is it not? No, it is. And you have been inspired, I have been inspired. We have all been inspired by today's interview, I think. No, it's been a most inspiring event. Let me appreciate it for a moment. Moment over. Yes, I myself feel inspired. I hope you feel inspired. I hope everyone watching feels inspired. I'm afraid that concludes the interview and the inspiration, though, for today. So tell me, FanFic Critic, do you have anything to say to the audience before you go?
Thanks for having me on. Now it's time for me to hunt down some very bad authors.
Well then, happy hunting. Happy hunting to you, FanFic Critic. Happy hunting in pursuing those awful authors, those ones that we talked about earlier. Yes, yes. Go ahead and hunt them up, or whatever. Did she have a razor blade? Should we report that? No, I'm sure it's fine. No, you're right. No. He said it's fine, and I'm sure it is. At any rate, I guess that's all for Behind the Webcam today. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, FanFic Critic, for being our guest. And remember, if you wish to be a guest on Behind the Webcam, it's very simple. You leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm glad we finally have that straightened out, yes. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, FanFic Critic, for being our guest once again. And have a good night.
Farewell. Okay, here's the farewell. Thanks for having me on the show. Stay tuned for more episodes. Okay, no. Cut that out.
And cut!
Okay, here's the farewell. Well, thanks for having me on. Good luck. Okay, no. Blooper. And Archangel Assassin's here, by the way, too.
Hi!
Yeah.
Wallace 8-Bit Von Huffle is very tired today for some reason. He's just been a long week since he came back from vacation, and he's had wet hair today. See this wet hair? I just got out of the shower. Does it look? It looks probably kind of glossy. Ah, that's what fatigue does to you. It makes you bob your head at the camera. Though, seriously, guys, I am almost out of interviewees right now. I'm just kind of short on people. So, seriously, if anybody's interested, please do leave a comment so I can get in touch with you and we can get it straightened out. There are a few more people I want to, naturally, I'll try and contact people privately, of course, and things. But I've only got about, I think, 3 or 4 left on the docket, and, you know, I want to kind of keep up with the show. So, thanks, guys, for watching, and, yeah, seriously, have a good day.